Ben, I've done it again. There's 2 leagues I broke up. If you hire me, your league's gonna break up. Cincinnati hired me, I broke up the Big East. Absolute jinx.
You can go ahead.
I just coached the last Pac-12 game ever, regular season. It's crazy. I thought about it, I didn't think about it all year until today. But I realized we're the last game. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But anyway, our guys, we're just, we're so young and we're so fragile. Bobby did a good job of taking a dem away from us in the second half. But, when a dem got a second foul, the whole game changes. We just, I've never spent this much time yelling at guys to shoot. Literally taking Sebastian Mack out, you got to shoot the ball. Like they're not going to let you drive. You got to shoot the ball. You got to shoot. I don't care if you miss. It's a hell of a deal when the coach says that to you. Pretty good deal now.
Yeah.
You got to shoot the ball, man. It's not like you can't shoot. But young kid out there, a lot of people in the stands. It's not easy. Lazar and Dylan didn't have good nights. I watched some games today. It looked like a lot of teams were tired. Dylan played a lot of minutes in the last couple of weeks. He needs some rest for sure. But obviously, really appreciate the crowd today for coming back and supporting us. And the guys showed a lot of fortitude. Like I said, I told Sebastian Mack in there, man, anybody can make shots when you're up 20. The guy making shots when you're losing, that shows me something. Anybody can make shots when your team's rolling. You put a team in a game and then see if they make shots. So those were big, big buckets by him. Changed the whole game. But our passing improved. But we did pass it, we just weren't shooting the ball. We just weren't shooting. What do you got?
You kind of covered this a bit, but just the pride they showed. You were down 9 with, I think, 9.5 to go. Could have packed it in.
And we started the game down 9.
Yeah.
I told you this, I've told you that, when you ask me the problem, who's responsible, it's me. They're good kids. I'm trying to get stuff out of guys that they're probably not ready to give me yet, which is hard. It's not their fault. It hasn't been their effort, it hasn't been their issue. It's their inexperience. And we don't have a junior, senior anchor. Like if Jalen Clark wouldn't have got hurt and say he would have came back this year. Somebody like that. Like our Pella Larson type of guy. We just, So we've been battling that all year. It's just a fragile team. And I was really, obviously, I'd have liked to have got up 10 and Will not taking a bad 3 and Burke shoot the open 3. He passed one up. Will took a bad one when he was wide open. He's just on a dunk-a-thon. But we just, we're still learning, man.
I think you made 5 threes during that 19-1 run.
I can tell 7 for 11 in the second half. So I would trust you on that.
I think it was 5 during that run. Just better passing, guys being willing to take the shots.
You got to be willing to take it. Like you can sit there and say, well, you only have 1 assist. Well, if I pass you the ball and you won't shoot, it's hard for me to get an assist. So just got to keep playing, keep grinding, keep digging. Which is what I preach to these guys. They left the door open for us with missed free throws. But our deflections were dormant for a long time, and they picked up on that run. We had I think 10 deflections in the 5 minute, in that 19-1 run I asked in there, we had 10 deflections during that run. Still not rebounding the ball. Today, other than them, nobody really. Sebastian, we got to rebound the ball better. Now Brandon's got a sprained ankle. Burke's going to be a good player, but you got to rebound when you're 6'9". Yeah,
Yeah, you guys started the second half 1 of 13, I believe, and then finished 8 of 13, 14. You know, was there a switch that was flipped? Did you guys say anything?
What I told you, it goes back to winning 6 in a row, and then we struggled when the way the Utah game ended. Like we have been fragile all year because of our inexperience. I've had guys cry. I've never seen that before. So when I say that, it's so to your point, you know, we got guys miss, and then they feel the pressure, the next shot, instead of just playing. And it took forever for us to just start playing. I kept telling them, you got to quit worrying about the scoreboard, you got to worry about the deflection board and rebound and shoot the ball. You know, but it's easier said than done in defensive in this era. Arizona, we play a lot of teams that don't play a freshman, or if they do, they play one. So it's, you know, but it ain't just that, like that run today is like a microcosm of our season.
Coach, kind of talk to me
It's
about.
very high tech.
Thank you.
Is it connected to the board? And
It's Bluetooth. I'll show you later. Anyway,
the arm thing, it's impressive.
talk to me about the final 9 minutes. I had you guys down for holding them to 5 points over the last 9 minutes of this game. I mean,
Yeah, that I was most impressed with. I know during the run, you said the run was
19-1.
during that run, my staff told me our deflections, we had 10 deflections during that run. I don't know how many minutes that was. But our defensive intensity changed the game. I used to coaching guys like my younger brother, I love him dearly, he's getting ready to retire, Sean Kilpatrick. He scored over 2,000 points at Cincinnati. More than anybody but Oscar Robertson. And I used to have to tell him all the time, man, he was so hard on himself. You got to get lost in the game. Worry about defense, worry about rebounding, worry about sprinting up and down. Don't worry about where the ball goes. You know, you're a scorer, you're going to have those types of flows. And that's what I've been fighting with our guys all year. And it just seems like if I miss, you feel the pressure on your shot because I missed. Like we feel collective pressure. And I thought we finally just got focused on our defensive effort, John, to answer it. And I think that's what changed things. That we stopped fouling. Other than Dylan had an ill-advised, they said he grabbed the jersey.
Coach, started the season against St. Francis. That was the lowest points you guys allowed this season. This was the second lowest you guys have allowed.
It's the only way we're going to win. That's just the way it is right now. You know, I don't want to, obviously, that's not what I want. But with this team, that's our reality. We have to defend and win. I mean, it's just the way we have to do it. We're not beating anybody 85-80. So, really proud of their effort. I didn't know that till John, you said 5 points they scored in the last 9 minutes.
yeah, it was because you were down 42-33, and that was it.
Well, they're 5 for 22 in the second half. So once we stop, you know, you just don't foul. They weren't making shots. So there's so many things, guys, that go on in basketball games. Like Jalen Clark was here today. He was working out. He was at our shoot around. We were talking about, like, you know, his freshman year versus his junior year. I didn't have to say things to him. He saw them coming. That as a freshman or sophomore, I got to point everything out. But as a junior year, he saw everything before it happened. And that's, you know, like, so it's just been a hard year because I got to point everything out at all times to our guys. But down the stretch, I bring it up because as smart as we've played, Burke's helped defense. We were trying to sag off Gaffney. He was struggling. And clog the lane up more for them so they didn't get it at the rim. So they were taking coaching and applying it better than we have, and that's what helped our defense. You have to play small to give yourself a chance. You know, And Neil hit some really hard shots early, and say I told Lazarus, we can't worry about that. We can't worry about that. What we can't do is get up there fouling and giving guys layups. Guy hits a hard pull up, we don't care. I mean, we don't. That's not like I invented analytics. Teams can't win if that's all they take. But if you get beat and they're kicking it out, shooting threes, that's what happened the last 7 minutes of the first half to our defense. We kept getting beat, bang, three.
You had a lot of 100 alums here. Were they able to visit with the players?
Say that again?
You had 100 alums here.
No, they were too busy partying. I think Doug had a party. Yeah, he had a party up pretty good. So Jalen got to say I talked to all the guys throwing the shoe. So Doug doesn't realize, Doug Harrison's my man, he doesn't realize how old he is. He went in the locker room and started telling the guys how he was with Charles and Ed last night in the band. And I had to explain to him that our guys weren't pulling when they played. And he looked at me, I said, yeah. And then I told him he was in a lot better shape than me. All right, guys. You don't need to know, Steve.
Nope.